Well, hello and welcome to 316 Minecraft with me, 316 Neil. As you can see, I've got shaders on, but just because I can. The world is looking kind of cool, although it's a bit slow to load in. And the reason I'm using shaders today is that, as you know, Minecraft has recently released 1.9, which I'm desperate to upgrade to. I'm going to go down here, I think. Come on. There we go. The problem is, at the moment, shaders. I'm running shaders using Optifine, which has the shaders mod built in. Unfortunately, Optifine does not support 1.9 yet. The reason for that is that they haven't released the kind of mod pack thing that they need to start developing it. So it looks like I'm stuck without shaders if I upgrade to 1.9. So what I'm doing is trying to make the most of it. Let's see if I can jump into some water from up here. What do you reckon? No. It'll be a definite no. So what I thought we'd do is have a bit of a wander around the world just to kind of show you what we've built over the past few months with shaders. Oh, there's a creeper hole if ever there was one. It's definitely a creeper. Yes, we've had a few incidents with creepers since we've been being daring and going out at night. There have been a few little creeper holes appearing around here. So I want to start by walking this way because it's really pretty this way. I need to find out actually where I'm going. Oh look, another creeper. Is that another creeper hole? Yes, it is another creeper hole. The world is just full of creeper holes now. We had some fun the other night with Gamer Guy just killing mobs basically. Yes, if you didn't know, I had a very successful episode with Gamer Guy sort of killing the Ender Dragon, and I couldn't have done it without him because he's much better at combat than I am. However, I can do redstone. That's what I would say. I can do redstone. So if you could kill the Ender Dragon with a redstone contraption, which I don't think you can, then I would probably be quite good at that. And I've completely lost where I'm supposed to be going here. You see, just look at it's so nice, that water with the shaders mod. Now I seem to recall I have to go round here, and I should find how I started my Minecraft series. Now I'd already been playing this world when I started recording, so I had a bit of stuff done already. I think I'd got a basic house sort of done, but round here should be, oh, there's a floating squid. There we go. It's all a bit slow to load today. There we go. This is the desert temple that I explored in episode 1. I'm not entirely sure a desert temple needs an entire episode to explore it, but I was inexperienced, and I was very inexperienced at combat. I'm still pretty inexperienced at combat. I was scared. I just assumed the whole thing would be full of mobs, but of course what I didn't realise is that if you go away from an area, you know, as far as my house is, everything despawns. So I've destroyed bits of it, but you can kind of see inside it. I raided it. I took let's have a jump down. I took various bits out. We've got 2 ways down here, I think. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Look, our chests are still in. I can hear googlies though. I call them googlies in episode 1. I'm actually going to take the rotten flesh now. In fact, what the heck? I'm going to take the chest as well. I can hear some sort of spiders, or not spiders, skeletons. Let's take that chest as well. I think there's a cave right nearby, that's why. In fact, I seem to recall I broke into it. Yeah, it's funny how things change suddenly. Because I've got the villager trading room, rotten flesh becomes important, and because I'm stingy, I'm going to nick the chests as well. And there's endless supplies of sandstone here I could use. Yeah, so we should be able to go up here and get back out. So that's the first thing I wanted to show you. Come on, must be able to get out of here somehow. That was the desert temple from episode 1. It's amazing how things have kind of changed since then. I've got much braver. I'd never have even considered taking on the Ender Dragon. What I'm determined to do before my next go at taking on the Ender Dragon in 1.9 with Gamer Guy is I want to see if I can do it on my own. Now I may do most of this off camera, although because I happen to have because I can just reset it, I might have a few Why can't I see anything down here? Oh, it's because I've got shaders on. I was kind of hoping that was clay. Never mind. I know I've missed completely that. There we go. This block should be... There we go. That's clay. Yeah, you can't see so well underwater with shaders on, even though I've got my decent armour. Well, the sun's going down, isn't it? So I'm going the wrong way. This way. So that was the desert temple we found in episode 1. Much further around here. And there is a bed somewhere around here, and probably loads of mobs because it'll be dark by the time we get there. But that's fine. We've got good armour, although the armour is a little bit weakened after the whole incident with the Ender Dragon and dying twice due to angry Endermen. What was I saying? I've completely lost my train of thought. And the problem with this shaders mod is that chunks don't quite load in very quickly, and now the sun's in my eyes and I can't see. That's not terribly helpful, so we might actually be doing some of this in the dark. But I know we have to go this way, and I know we have to go around here. Yes, it's definitely going dark, isn't it? Should we have some food? I nearly ate the rotten flesh then, that would have been bad. That's close enough. So I just wanted to have a bit of a chat about the things we're planning on the channel. One of the first things I want to be doing is fixing the item elevator. The item elevator works beautifully at the moment in 1.8. Do I go across here? No, I go across here. But I have a few problems really, because in 1.9 this really annoyed me because the hitbox of wooden fences has changed. Then basically everything breaks. Item elevators just don't work anymore, so I now need to go over there by the looks of things. Oh, this is going to be fun. I'm just going to get attacked by a load of mobs. But I just wanted to show you what this was like with shaders. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I am going to get attacked by mobs though. There's going to be like a creeper jumps on my head and explodes. See, I need to fix up the item elevator. Now I'm going to show you in a minute in my creative test world. Oh, Enderman, I can hear an Enderman. I don't like Enderman anymore because they killed me twice. Yeah, I've built a working version of the item elevator. The trouble is, you put stuff in the traditional 1.8 glass item elevator design and it works brilliantly. It works perfectly, in fact. You know, you put stuff in and it just works, and then it stops as soon as... I hope these torches lead somewhere, by the way. It stops as soon as the items are finished, but none of that will happen in 1.9 with the design that you've got to use now. I'm not seeing so many mobs, and that's a bit weird. Oh. Tell you what though, this place looks fantastic at night. I just hope this is leading somewhere useful. I can see a skeleton and he's going to get me. Maybe he's not noticed me. I can see zombies. I'm just going to keep going this way. There's a skeleton, I think he's probably going to shoot at me. Oh no, we're doing okay. So yeah, that's where I'm heading for. Hopefully there aren't too many mobs in the way. There we go, you see we made it to safety. I knew it would be alright. So what I'm showing you now is it's very dark, isn't it? That is the thing with shaders, they make everything look dark. It's not great, shaders are not great for underground. Particularly if it's anything other than full light level. However, this is nice enough. I'm going to go and sleep in a bed, I think. I have a bed round here. So when I realised that I'd found an extreme hills biome, because I was a bit thick really, I realised that I didn't have any emeralds, and I remember when I first started in my world, I'm not going to bother going down here, I just thought you might like the walk and seeing how it looked with shaders. When I first started my first kind of proper Minecraft world, I happened to spawn in an extreme hills biome, and you know I got emeralds and diamonds and stuff from mining, and I had, after weeks of, well, months actually being on the world, I realised that I hadn't got a single emerald, and apparently they only spawn in, that was derpy, they only spawn in extreme hills biomes, so that'll be why that is. So I found where one was, and it wasn't too far away, as you know, hence I came and got some emeralds so I could trade with villagers. Now since then I've found that some of my villagers have really good trades, so I can actually get as many emeralds as I want. And I spent about 3/4 of an hour the other night trading with villagers, and I got like 2 stacks of emeralds, and it's not that difficult really. I've just realised I may be walking in completely the wrong direction because I've completely ignored where I'm supposed to be going. Is it this way? I think it's this way. So yeah, that's the Extreme Hills biome. I like Extreme Hills biome probably because I had a nice time and made a really nice sort of house, partly in creative, partly in survival, which is never brilliant, but in my first world, which I might actually show you at some point. Might do a little extra video on that. So yes, fix the item elevators. Now that's a complicated redstone build, which I'll show you in a minute. In fact, rather than getting bored and watching me walk back, I think I'll cut to that right now. Okay, here I am back in my creative test world. You will see behind me something that looks suspiciously like an item elevator, which indeed it is. So this behaves pretty much like the other one, but there are a few switches now. I like switches, I like redstone. So first of all, let's get ourselves some items. So I think we're going to put a stack of yellow wool in here. So let's turn the machine on. It's set to automatic. Let's put the stuff in the chest. That's the input chest. And let's see what happens. Okay, it's active. If I jump round, you can see the stuff going up. It's not a very long item elevator, but the general idea is right. And you should see that the stuff goes up the chute, which is just what it should be doing. Now that's basically exactly what the other one does. It uses, to be fair, I actually came up with a very similar design but never quite ironed all the kinks out. So I think this design the basic design for this might have come from either Izuma, well I think a combination of Izuma and Snow Crash actually. However, their designs weren't automated, so in order to make it do everything that the normal glass elevator does, I've added a whole bunch of redstone back here. There you go. That should all be kind of... is that there? Oh no, it's now 64. Brilliant. So, my first design, I tried it with 64 items, it worked perfectly. So, the issue I had was that if I just put one item in, it didn't work. Because the circuitry would kind of turn off before everything had a chance to get there. There it goes. So you've got to get the timing right, basically. Now I will probably not build. I might build this in an episode, but it is a bit complicated. This, by the way, was just to kind of make it look a bit prettier because it was just like a chest sitting on a hopper. I added the basic design. I'll kind of talk you very quickly through how it works. You've got a circuit here which detects when there's stuff in that what's that called? That's a dropper, isn't it? Stuff in that dropper. And there's a circuit here which fires the items out. Now it is possible to fire them out more quickly, but I've kind of slowed them. So if I put that stack back in there, so they fire out at that speed. If I took one of these repeaters out, or 2 of these repeaters out, I could basically make that fire them at about 5 times the speed. But there's no point really, because that's about the speed that the droppers will take them at the top. So if you don't watch it, you get items building up here, which is why I've regulated it like that. You know, me being me, I like to be able to turn things off, so there's an on-off switch for the whole system. And also, just say you had an item stuck in there, what you could do is switch it to manual, which will turn that circuit on immediately. And I wanted to have an on-off switch because I always like to be able to turn things off. So, but I'll come to that when we do this episode. So that's the item design, item elevator design I've got to implement. So that could be interesting. Right, off to the next part. I think we will talk about the next Ender Dragon kill. I'll be back in a minute. Of course, I've gone straight back onto the server. Hang on, I took a screenshot. Where's my interface gone? There it is. And oh, it's a bit dark around there, isn't it? There'll be stuff spawning. Might have to fix that. Oh, isn't that beautiful in the dark? I've still got shaders on because I really like it. And isn't it typical though? The minute I'm on a server, it's always dark when I log on, every single time, just like it's always dark when I come out of a cave. It's always the way, every single time. I just wanted to take a look at that moonlight on there. That's just fantastic. That's so beautiful. I just think that's gorgeous. So let's talk about Eyes of Ender. Now I don't know whether when I reset the end, I don't know whether that resets the end portal either. Whether you need to get Eyes of Ender again to put in the frame. So I've done a load of trading with villagers. I've got 13 Eyes of Ender, which should be more than enough. Because, did you know that in 1.9 the villager trades change slightly? I don't know whether the villager trades change on villages you've already got or not, but just to be on the safe side, I've got enough Eyes of Ender to cover it. Because they know you can no longer trade for them for Eyes of Ender, you get Ender Pearls instead. So here's this guy who's ignoring, but you can buy Eyes of Ender from him. He's also got a brilliant rotten flesh for emeralds trade, but all these guys have stopped talking to me now. They've locked the trades, so I need to trade something else with them. I had to tempt this guy by buying bookshelves from him, which I didn't really want to do, to be honest, because they're a bit on the expensive side. So yes, that's the Eyes of Ender. Yes, I've talked to you about resetting the end, haven't I? So I do want to reset the end. And what I want to do... Oh no, it's just going... I'll go and I'll find a bed and I'll sleep. That's a good idea, isn't it? Because I thought it was just coming light and it's not. It's just going dark. It's always better when it's light. Yeah, I want to have a bit of a practice. So I'll probably make myself a copy of the world and just keep resetting it and trying to take on the Ender Dragon. Because I want to try a new technique. It's probably not a new technique, it's probably stuff that other people have been doing for ages. But you know the obsidian pillars that are around, I want to try, because they're a bit closer together and a bit more in a kind of uniform circle in 1.9. And I'm gesturing with my hands, and there isn't a camera on me, so you can't see that, so that's a bit silly. But I want to try kind of almost base jumping from one to the other with Ender Pearls, see if I can do that to destroy all the, you know, all the... What do you call them? The things that they get attracted to. Those things, anyway. So that's what I'm going to be trying. So hopefully, this is just going to be so weird now, isn't it? Let's go and visit the sugarcane farm. Yes, hopefully next time I won't die, because I died twice to Enderman, and I've also got... I seem to, somewhere along the way, I seem to have lost my good sword, so I'm going to have to make another sword. I've been doing a bit of enchanting, and I've got various swords. Oh, my health's gone down. Why's my health gone down? I don't know. Now I seem to have lost my good sword. Here we go. So here we are, back at the farm, which is actually turned off at the moment. Let's turn it on. There we go. So you should... Now that's really weird, because those sugarcane blocks haven't updated. Ah, they have now. Yeah, you see with shaders, redstone doesn't quite happen properly. So I won't be sorry to see that go, but I will be sorry because it just looks nice. You know. So yes, take on the Ender Dragon again. I'll have a practice. I might even video some of my practices. The other thing I thought I might do as well, in fact, I'm just gonna turn shaders off, and I'm gonna meet you back at the end portal. I'll be back in a minute. Just before I do, I'd just like to show you this. I'm going to put this rotten flesh in the item elevator because I can. I'll put the sand in there as well, because that's one of the last times you'll be able to see the item elevator like this. It's good if I've got this big room, because we'll need it for the redstone, quite frankly. There it is, nice, simple, easy to use item elevator that just works. Thanks Mojang, well, whichever it is, for breaking that in 1.9. They really should watch more people's videos and see what things people use, because that is a right pain. Item elevators were so simple, and now they are just a complete pain. Yes. So, as I said before, I will meet you at the end portal. Here we go, we're in the stronghold, and somewhere around here is the staircase. There's even a bed there. By the way, I'd just like to say that I think Gamerguy has done a fantastic job. I've recently seen Gamerguy's video that he did as well when he did all this up. I said to him, oh, feel free to make the place look a bit smarter. And he's just, I think this is fantastic. This was supposed to be like a really quick job, and he's, with very limited resources, and he's just done superbly. Look at all those Eyes of Ender. Just out of interest, I wonder what's left in these chests. These chests, that chest. Oh, stone swords. Yes, I must do better than that. I must bring some diamond swords along. Alright, you ready? Now what I'm going to do, actually, in fact no, I won't do that yet. I'm going to go through the portal. Here we go. Yeah, this is what Endstone looks like in the Datacraft texture pack, which I don't, if I'm honest, I don't really like. So I'm just going to take that off and go back to default. There is a version of the Datacraft texture pack for 1.9 now, which I will be using. I'm glad about that, because I love it for everything else. Now as you can see, I've been quite a busy bee here. There's an Enderman. There's another Enderman. And I've been putting torches round right, left and centre, just to try and reduce Enderman spawns for now. That's what I've been trying to do. Oh, please don't kill me. I'll tell you what I can do. What I can do is do what I did when I was placing all these torches. There we go. Fortunately, it makes for a bit of a rubbish video. But just so you can see what I had to put up with. But if I do this, I can look directly at an Enderman and he won't care. Oi, you matey. Now you say he's not interested. Which is fun, but that is going to make for such a rubbish video. How do I do this? That. And that. There we go. As you can see, that's massively reduced the spawn rate. So all I have to do is, because what I want to do is I want to build a little tiny Enderman farm, which I might do this weekend. Just simply to give me a quick source of ender pearls. There's a really simple design. You just have to get the ender pearls you've got, and you have to get an endermite, and then all the endermen will want to attack the endermite apparently. So that's the answer to that. I also, yeah, I could do with building an alarm system, you know, because we got the dragon egg superbly, skillfully. I even needed Gamerguy's help for that, you know. I'm just rubbish. Got the dragon egg and stored it in a little display cabinet in my house, but I need to clearly alarm that somehow. Just build a redstone alarm system. So yeah, the plan is to dig down kind of about, I think you dig down about 45 blocks to a drop which just nearly kills the enderman, and then you can sit at the bottom and just kill them with a sword or your hand or whatever. Right, this guy's going to go for me, so I'm going to go back. Oh, should we watch the credits? No, I don't think we will. And I'm back here because that was the last place I slept. And doesn't this look strange, not being in the Datacraft texture pack? Wow. You know what, I actually don't mind default texture pack, but I can't stand the glass. Why do we have to have those ridiculous lines on the glass? I think I might go and edit the texture pack and remove those lines, because that just looks silly. I'm going to go back into Datacraft, sorry. So yes, that's the plan. I might even do this on camera if I have time, but I have a laptop to fix this morning, so I can't do all of that stuff. But yeah, we'll see. Oh, look at this! From Waterloo 21 to 316 Neil. Well done for killing the Ender Dragon. Don't mind if I do. I like cake. And there's one for Gamerguy as well. I don't think he's seen that, so that's really kind of her. Except it's kind of a bit in the way, but never mind. Yeah, this was the start of my redstone alarm system. But I can just show you this quickly actually, because I thought it'd be really bad if somebody tried to nick the dragon egg. Oh, clips I can't because I've got my silk touch pick. I'll probably do a proper episode on this. My idea was, I've got tripwires and pressure plates which activate this redstone, so all I'll do is just get a couple of note blocks and wire up a sort of alarm. But really I wanted something at the top as well that would do the same job. So I don't really want people being able to, you know, tunnel down into it. But we'll see. Anyway. It's going dark again. That is all for this episode, I think, because it was only meant to be a quick episode. I've probably rabbited on for too long anyway. But you know what? That's okay. I'm sure you don't mind. So, don't know what the next episode will be. Might be to do with the item elevator, might be to do with a cheap Enderman farm. We'll find out. But I will see you next episode. Thanks for your support, particularly on the Ender Dragon episode. Really appreciate it. Hopefully I'll be on the Biffercraft server very soon, because it is the start of the month, so hopefully I will get access to that. We'll find out. I will see you very soon. Have a lovely day, whatever you're doing, week. Enjoy your Minecraft. Please like, subscribe, comment, because I just want to see your ideas as well. You know, whatever you've got, whatever you think we should do next. So I will see you soon. Bye.